Alright, ready guys? 3, 2, 1. Welcome to the Catch-Up! We're all Smackers Writers, and this is our podcast, all about football.
Hi, my name is Kayla, and I'll be talking about NFL games.
I'm MJ, talking to you guys about NFL Players of the Week.
I'm Kyle, we talk about fantasy football.
I'm Georgia with NFL Flag Lay. I'm Annie Rose with your All-Sport Wildcard Minute.
Okay, the Bro of the Week, the rival game, Cowboys versus Giants. Cowboys won 37-18. The must-see game of the week, Chiefs versus Vikings. Chiefs won 26-23. The teams were tied until the last-minute field goal for the win for the Chiefs. This week calls for two what-the-heck games of the week. The Dolphins finally get a win against their rival, the Jets, 26-18. That's us. The Patriots lost their first game of the season against the Ravens, 37-20. This leaves only one team, the 49ers, with the undefeated record so far this season. My favorite game of the week, Seahawks versus Buccaneers. The game went into OT, and Seahawks won 40-34. Now to MJ with NFL players.
Thanks, Kayla. NFL Players of the Week, Week 9, 2019. Top 3 NFL touchdown leaders. Russell Wilson, Seahawks, with 5 passing touchdowns. David Montgomery, Bears, 2 rushing touchdowns. And Preston Williams on the Dolphins, 2 receiving touchdowns. That's it, folks, for top 3 NFL players. Just tell us what you think at Awesome Writers and Writers YouTube. Just comment on The Catch-Up, and we'll listen. Time to head into the training room for breaking news. AJ Green for the Bengals is coming back from ankle surgery. If he does play in the upcoming games, it will most likely be against the Ravens. Most gnarly injury, Jacoby Brissett got his ankle stepped on by an offensive lineman and his knee crushed. Oof. Most notable injury, touchdown leader Preston Williams of the Dolphins gained a win for his team, but injured his ACL in a big touchdown play against the Jets. That's what I got for today. On to Kyle with fantasy football.
I can't believe you didn't mention the Black Cat scoring a touchdown against the Giants on Monday night. He definitely turned the game around. He's definitely a top 3.
Alright, we'll make it top 3.5. Now on to Kyle with fantasy football.
Okay, we're going to start off with the best players of the week. Russell Wilson with 49 points, Tyler Lockett with 40 points, and Christian McCaffrey with 37 points. Not a surprise at all. Some of the worst players of the week. Keenan Allen with 7 points, Tevin Coleman with 5 points, and Juju Smith-Schuster with 4 points.
Had those last 2.
Hot waiver wire pickups. Zach Pascal, wide receiver for the Colts, and Ronald Jones II, running back for the Buccaneers. Players to start: Hunter Henry against the Raiders, projected to get 12 points. Eric Ebron against the Dolphins, projected to get 10 points. And Michael Gallup against the Vikings, projected to get 13 points. Players to sit: Jarvis Landry against the Bills, and Kenyon Drake against the Buccaneers. Honorable mention: Dak Prescott and the Cowboys defense for winning it for me by 1 point in my fantasy league. That's it for fantasy football. Now on to Georgia with NFL Flag Lay.
Alright, so we're going to start with the blow of the week, and NFL Flag Lay goes to the Dolphins, beating the Raiders 26-0. And on the last play of the game, threw the ball halfway down the field for the final score of the game. This keeps the Dolphins at second place in the standings with only one more game to win before the playoffs start. Here are some stat leaders on the NFL Flag LA to watch out for. Passing leaders: Brady Kasser, QB for the Chargers; Julian Galvez, QB for the Dolphins; Nate Remini, QB and wide receiver for the Cowboys. Alright, now we're going to go to receiving leaders. Peyton Seals, center for the Chargers; Jaden Gonzalez, wide receiver for the Dolphins; Jacob Burns, slot receiver for the Chargers. NFL Flag LA games to watch this weekend: Major Club Dolphins versus the Major Club Cowboys. Both teams have almost the same record, and they're going to end up playing each other in the playoffs automatically. That's it for NFL Flag LA. So now it's time for the debate. Today's topic for the debate: are the Patriots still Super Bowl contenders after losing their first game against the Ravens? To start off, I think exactly what we said in a few podcasts ago. They just went downhill.
They just went downhill, right?
Yeah. So yeah, they definitely choked it. I say they're going to do very good in the playoffs, but I don't know about the Super Bowl.
Well, yeah, they have to go through the Ravens again if they make it to the playoffs, and the Chiefs, and also the Colts. Those are all really good teams, and Lamar Jackson's the one that actually gave them their first loss, running all over them. So, I don't know. It is Tom Brady. I mean, he could possibly go to the Super Bowl and win it.
Okay, so I completely agree with you. I feel like they'll do decent in the playoffs, and yeah, they definitely choked against the Ravens. And Ravens aren't. I mean, they are good, but they're not as good. And yeah, I just feel like they'll do decent in the playoffs, but I just don't know about the Super Bowl.
Okay, so like all teams, there are bumps in the road. It's not like every team's going to have a perfect season. So, I mean, I feel like they're definitely going to make it to the Super Bowl because they always do. But, I mean, maybe not that they lost. They're going to lose their spirits. Their spirits are going to be low. You never know. Football, it's not just a game of skill, okay? It's a game of how you feel. If you feel happy, you play good. If you feel sad, then you play like...
What? Okay, no.
Okay, well, I don't know about all those teams this season. The Ravens lost to the Browns. The Chiefs have not had Patrick Mahomes for half the season. And the Colts just got Jacoby Brissett injured, so they do have a chance.
The Patriots aren't going to have a perfect season. Although, they definitely should have won the Ravens game. I mean, the Ravens are good and all, but the Patriots are so much better. I mean, they have Tom Brady filling up his hand with rings. Julian Edelman having great catches in the Super Bowl. They have one of the best defenses in the league. But yet they're losing against the Ravens. I feel like that can just affect them in the playoffs because they need to go through a bunch of teams, including the Ravens.
Yeah, no one can have a perfect season. No one can win every time. Yeah, I think we all agree here that they might make it to the Super Bowl, but they're probably not going to win.
I think they could possibly make it to the Super Bowl, but it depends on who they play. In the NFC, there are some good teams like the Saints and the 49ers who could destroy them in the Super Bowl.
And that's all the time we got for the debate. And now join us after your regular NFL updates for All Sport Wildcard Minute up next.
Hi, I'm Annie Rose. Today's Wildcard Minute is all about competitive ballroom dancing. In recent years, this style of dance has become viewed as a sport, demanding high levels of strength, stamina, and flexibility. Here are the top ballroom dancers in the world. Aronis Bizokas and Katusha Demidova won the World Ballroom Dance Championships for the past 9 years. Now a fun quiz for all you ballroom dancing fans. Which country wins the most World Ballroom Dancing competitions? A. USA, B. England, or C. Italy? Who discovered ballroom dancing? A. Vanessa Waltz, B. Peter Eggleton, or C. William Pino Cha-Cha? Now, do any of you know why William Pino is famous? A. He discovered the cha-cha. B. He discovered ballroom dancing. Or C. He's the world's most famous ballroom dancer. You can check your answers in the description section of this episode. We'll have more wildcard minutes for you next week. Remember to call in your all-sport highlight if you want to be featured in our podcast.
Thanks for listening to the Catch Up. Ever since I found out pickles were cucumbers, I look at them so differently.